MC. Today, God damn it, that was fucking perfect.
I dropped my weed.
Yo, that was fucking perfect. I tried.
He started something.
I
As soon
literally.
as he started.
I make a blooper reel. We gotta have a bloopers now.
Alright.
Alright, I'm ready now. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Alright, welcome to the Smoke Box where anything can happen, hosted by Reputed MC. Today marks the first for us. Today we welcome back Sinister Serpents MC for round 2. Here to smoke with us. As most of you know, Sinister Serpents MC was established in 2018, but their roots, like ours, go much deeper in the community. Today we'd like to introduce Blitz, Bumder, and Flavor. Here from Sinister Serpents. Today let's dive deeper in the Sinister Serpents MC and discuss a deeper look at their brotherhood. God damn, that's a tongue twister. Alright. So welcome Blitz, Bumder, and Flavor. Flavor, I'm not sure if you would like to explain your tag.
So, I've been here before. Name's Trix. My old account got banned for a week, so I wanted to make the event, so I made things happen.
He's the naughty boy. Precisely.
It happens to us all, man. Alright, so jumping right into it, I do want to touch on something. Alright, awesome. That was a good rip.
That?
Last time, Bumder mentioned Banshee Code. Blitz, would you like to explain a little more about the Banshee Code and what it is?
Lovely. Questioning 1%. The biggest thing that was their question was muskets, snipers, things like that. Banshee Code was introduced to kind of give a level playing field. The way that Banshee Code looks at things is if you can buy it in reality, legally, then you're allowed to use it. I can go straight to Barrett and I can buy a 50 cal for about $12,000 and use it. I wouldn't have to have any sort of like special firearms training or anything, but I could buy it and use it. A lot of people didn't really like Banshees after they'd established it. They still had a very strong suit in the community, but it was just so many people looked at it and frowned upon it. Not that many people like sniping because, as everyone here should know, you see some guy with a bulletproof helmet and a rebreather zigzagging back and forth, you're gonna lose your shit. And
the beach player.
Yeah. And people will say that, like, you know, it's not fair, or, you know, why not keep it with the ARs? And I don't see much of a reason. I mean, it keeps things really kind of balanced, I guess, if you're all using ARs, but, you know, there's always going to be that one person. So.
Okay.
Not to interrupt, but everything's come full circle since the last time. I now have Mickey D's.
Alright. Circle's complete.
Bro, I just finished a quarter pounder.
You get the Travis Scott burger?
No. Gotta say one thing really quick too.
Yeah.
Something I missed last time. I worked at McDonald's. That was my first job. 6 months. And they didn't pay me a lot of my overtime. I hate McDonald's, and I agree. Burger King is the place to go for a good fucking burger.
That's what we were saying last time.
Switch up.
Go to Burger King and get the burger, then you go across the street to McDonald's and get your fries.
No, the fries, go to Wendy's or Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Or
Just go to Chick-fil-A.
How about that?
they're curly fries, yeah. Daniel knows.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Back on
What
topic.
if anybody's got the munchies?
By the end of the show. So back to the Banshee code. Upon listening to the podcast, part 1 of Sinister Serpents, your 0% sounded a lot like a retaliatory 1% code. You know, because when I asked Styx and Bunder last week, you guys had mentioned that you always stick it to ARs first, but when you get escalated on, you kind of return fire. Would you guys agree with that, or would you guys...
I 100% agree with that, because the way that alright, we have people that come in from different communities. We've had people come in from PMCs, and they don't understand the whole 1%, 99%. 0% sees these 1, 2 as 1. And the way that I explain it to newcomers is use what they use. They use an up and atomizer, you use one back. They use an RPG, you use one back. It's not really to retaliate against 1% because it's a fair playing field. If you're 1% and you're using ARs, I'm going to use ARs too. But if a 1%er uses an RPG, something's not right there. Especially if they break it first. If they use an RPG first, well, I mean, not only is it going to look bad on them, but we have the right to fight back with another RPG.
So when you... Hold on. Jose, are you there?
Yeah.
Are you listening to the stream, or is it just your mic? You probably have not typed. Sorry, but one of the brothers couldn't hear you.
Understood.
How is the stream?
Sounds good.
Is it strong and steady?
Knees really strong, the heavy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get
Mom's spaghetti.
this information in between goldfish.
What'd he say? I was too worried about the fucking comebacks, man.
He said he was trying to get it in between the goldfish.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You just keep eating them goldfish, Whacker.
I will.
So, alright, Blitz. So you have a lot of guys that come over from the PMC crowd. So when you guys get green members like that don't understand 1% and you explain the 0%, because if I'm not mistaken, you always kind of tell them to keep it ARs first. So
we always use ARs first. We're
So
never going to come up with you with anything but an AR first.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what Styx and Bumder were saying last week. Would you say that for the newer guys, do you have them get screenshots and proof when people escalate on them, or do you just kind of go by?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He does.
I want proof.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to bring up a time when I had to 1v5, or no, it was a 1v3 crew. These guys pulled out RC tanks and RPGs on me, and then when they said I had no proof, I then posted video of them escalating.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, I am actually doing what I was supposed to do.
I mean,
one of the things that I try to tell everybody to do is, and this goes to anybody watching or listening, is that if you ever come across something to where it's going to be word of mouth, always record what you're doing. Take screenshots, get proof. Because if you go to somebody's president and you say, hey, I seen one of your prospects shooting RPGs, you were 1%, they're going to say, hey, where's the proof?
yeah.
And it's if you just get 2 or 3 other people that was in there to say it, it's going to be your word against theirs. Yeah, they're still going to want the proof. And I'm a strong believer in it. Like, even if my guys come and say, hey, they shot an RPG at me first, I'm going to say, I want to see it. Because if one of my guys shot the RPG first, it's gonna be hell to pay.
At the end of the day, we're not only representing the crew, but we're representing the 0% community as a whole. Like, we want to keep that shit. We want to help. Like I said last week, we want to bring that shit forward, and we want to be like the front face of it, of the new 0%, by the books, by the code, and representing not only the MC but the whole community as well. That's why we want to. That's why Dow's a good leader. This is gonna be the first time I'm actually gonna talk good about Dow. I'm not gonna suck him off and shit, but that's why I kind of like Dow. Like he's really like serious about members. You need proof and shit before you go use whatever they use against you, because you like to keep it tight with us.
For sure. No, it's important. I mean, I stress to my guys all the time. You know, if you get into a skirmish with somebody and they escalate upon on you, make sure you get that screenshot. Video proof is always irrefutable because it tells exactly how it happened, when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's absolutely, you can't fight it. However,
we also believe the best kind of proof is unedited raw video footage.
Right. Right. Well, when you edit it, you can cut it and replace it, and, you know what I'm saying?
You make it sound so dirty.
Well, it's because people edit the shit, and it makes it seem like the person they're accusing actually did the deed.
Or, real quick snippets kind of mashed together. Alright, so as far as Sinister Serpents, what educational outlets do you have at your disposal that educates you and your newer members on the proper ways of running and maintaining an MC?
Well, I like to base a lot of stuff off of reality. And that may be a wrong thing to say for a 0%er, but I do. One of the things, like, it's not just reality either, but it's one another. Like, I'm not just depending on somebody to do their research, but I'm also depending on people to talk to other people in the crew. If you come in and you have no idea what the hell a motorcycle is, or a motorcycle club, or anything,
Right.
do your research, question people, ask what is this? And don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. There's such thing as a stupid answer. But I don't believe in a stupid question.
We like to tell our members that it's like we say, it's just a game at times. Like, honestly, focus on your real life. Never put this game as your top priority before your life. We tell our younger members that, those who are in school and stuff, thinking, oh, I'm gonna drop out, I'm gonna be like Reputed lords, I'm gonna make money and shit, I'm gonna be followed by rockstar. Trust me. Do you think you're gonna make it 1 out of a million? And we're just gonna be realistic here. Focus on main priorities in life and stuff. That's what I like to tell my younger members. It's all about GTA, because GTA 5 is only gonna last a couple more years than GTA 6, but at the same time, it's all about
There's
life.
always an end goal, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, one day you wanna be as big as, like, Top Dog. Do it. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying go ahead. Fucking shoot your shot. But...
So what's your guys' end goal? Blitz?
Do what?
What's your end goal?
My end goal?
Mm-hmm.
I want to restore this community to what it was. I started with an MC. I started in bandages. And whenever it came to PS4, I had noticed that there was a crew in another community stepping on other people's toes. And I didn't like booters, hackers, that's all they fucking did. They'd go into a fight, and one of their rules, if you knew how to boot and that person was 3 up on you, hit them offline. Reset the scorecard. Make it look good. And it was dirty. I had left Banshees on good terms. Before I'd left, I got their blessing to be in Toledo Bay in case I ever wanted to start my own thing. So, I went to the PMCs. I was there for a while, came back to the MCs, made the original Demon Disciples. Big mistake there. We'll talk about that. Came back to the PMCs and realized that it was fucked. Like, it's just... The way the PMCs work is you got 5 big guys. That's it. There's like 5. A handful of good people, and that's it. That's all there is anymore. The MCs, there's names, there's plenty of them. Make sure you're doing something fucking original though. Whenever the reason why I came back to the MC community is because Demon Disciples was starting to fall, and I was like, you know, I did that. I built that. I want to repair it. It didn't get repaired. It got worse. So my outlook went from, instead of I'm going to fix this, to I'm going to be the one to fucking kill it. And I was. I definitely was. So futurely, coming to Sinister Serpents, it was like my end goal now would be just rebuild what it was. It's not all about fighting. It's not. It's cool to have that to spice things up and, you know, put a little seasoning on top, but that's not all it's about. You know, there's brotherhood, there's bond. You meet some real G's here, some real friends, and that's the best way to see it. Like, I've met some people in reality through the communities and stuff. One of my friends for 9 years, he came to my state, we hung out for a day, I took him around, smoked, did some cool shit.
Hell yeah.
I'd also like to point out that a secondary end goal would also be fixing the 1%, I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for, discrepancies, where we need to finally find out what should the set rules be, and that's why we also pushed to 0%, to try and get everyone on that level playing field.
So, alright, this brings up a good question. You guys say you're pushing 0%, but and just in my honest opinion, it sounds like 1% retaliatory. So, how do you expect to repair the 0% name when the 0% name, other than you guys, from my experience, is nothing but a cop-out to use a rocket?
Well, that's the hardest thing, honestly, is to change that.
It's hard getting rid of the past, but it's always good to try and change the future. At least try and fix what is in the present.
Exactly.
I know the whole thing about retaliation, about we're not trying to wipe out 1%, we're not trying to wipe out 99, but it's for the people that feel comfortable that, you know, if they're getting bodied by a 99% crew, but they're 1%, you know, it's a good way to like show them, like, alright, this can be a level playing field. Just because you're using it doesn't mean you can't. Like, whatever they're going to use back at us, we should have obligation to use that back at them. And that's when the 99%ers can't talk. They can't be like, oh, we're bodying 1%ers because we are the best. It's all about kills. Alright, Sinister Serpents is now on the table. Now you've got a problem with us. Now let's see how you would feel about that. And again, it's not all about the fight. Like, honestly, this right here, this is what the MC community should be about. Like, riding together, talking together, like knowing from a 1, because I like doing talk to you because you're a full 1% of me, and we're a full 0%. And it's nice talking about the differences and the similarities and stuff. And we ain't got a problem with 1%.
No,
if people want to come to the 0%, that's all good.
And it is. I'm actually very intrigued by you guys because it's refreshing to see an MC not only stand out and be original, but also stand up for tradition as well. And even though I don't personally agree with the 0% thing, I'm happy that we can agree to disagree and still respect each other. And that's what it should be about.
It's the same way with us as well.
You know? So, what is one thing you wish you knew upon opening Sinister Serpents that you know now?
Well, I would say know who to trust with officers' positions.
Damn, my soul just jumped.
Yeah. as we
Motherfucker stole my answer. Nah, we all sat down, talked about this shit, and I said that answer, and he's like, oh, that's a good-ass answer.
Well, honestly, like, besides that, I would say that there's no issues, like, honestly. Because being in the community for a little while, I kind of have an idea of how, like, shit is going. Seeing it in real life, I kind of had an idea of how shit was supposed to go. But, you know, there was, as was mentioned last time, we had a cursed position, and I believe you'd said you did too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you get somebody in there and you think they can fill the shoes, and then they don't do it. Like, right now we have Bumger as our enforcer, and God, he's doing such a shit job. It's not even, like, it's not even...
Worst enforcer of Sinister Serpents
Hold on. I fucking beat you up last couple of questions, and I said you're a good leader, and now you're just gonna take the shit off.
I have trust in Bumger. Honestly. Like, Bumger's... Bumger's got some, he's doing pretty good right now. Like, I honestly am very proud that we'd made the decision to make him enforcer. And I've known Bumger for going on like a year and a half, roughly. He had been in a crew with me before, and I was like, you know what? He's coming back. I'd like to see him be an officer one day, you know? And he didn't get no special treatment. He didn't just come straight in and be like, oh yeah, you're an officer now. No. He went through the full protocol and everything, but he fits the shoes well, so I'm really good.
He earned his right just like the rest of us sitting at this table did.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking doors opened once I became the road captain. Like, then y'all got dropped in all of this, like, politics stuff, and I was thinking, whoa, holy shit, this is quite big. But then I realized, hold on, it ain't that deep. It ain't really that deep sometimes. Just do what you gotta do.
Right. Yeah, and for us, road captain was cursed, and it seemed like everybody that got road captain, something would happen, and they'd have to step away from the game. So, rides got pushed, and then rides kind of got pushed to the wayside, but our road captain is back, he's doing strong. We actually have a ride plan coming up, that him and the secretary and the tail gunner were working on. So, you know, it's ebb and flow, man. Like, people's lives come into play, people gotta step away for a minute. It's all about working with them and keeping the communication open.
Yeah, I agree. Our first enforcer, his issue was he had a lot more, he thought he had a lot more push than me. The enforcer, it's kind of funny because the guy got moved around a lot. And it wasn't like a lot in a short period of time, it was like a lot long period. The first enforcer started as vice president, and it did not last long. I realized my mistake, and I was like, this is a fucking stupid decision. I need to make sure that I change the shit. And then Joker came in. I was like, there it is. I'd ran crews. I'd actually met Joker in the PMC community, and I had worked with him before, and I considered him as a good friend. I'd fought against him before, and I was like, you know what, this is a better opportunity. Like, fuck you. Anyways.
Oh, by the way, Joker's here as well. He's just here in spirit.
Yeah, I actually sent him an invite to the session too. I was just seeing if he jumped in or
We
not.
got the webcam up and everything.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you keep your pants up, man, it'll be all copacetic. Fuck no.
Fucking choked on my voice as soon as you said that. They are up to my belly, baby.
So,
Anyway.
Our enforcer, though, he started as vice president, and I'd say that's why he thought he still had so much power, is because he came in as a vice president and then he got demoted, and you could tell that he took offense to it, even though we did it in the nicest way possible, and it's like, hey, listen, we don't think you're suitable for the role, you're out. That's it. It was voted upon. Everybody else had agreed, like, you know, hey, this vice president's a dick. He's treating fucking full patches like prospects, and he's treating officers like full patches. It was really fucked up. And there was times to where he had tried to make a lot of decisions on his own too. One of the biggest decisions that he had done and kind of made me irritated was, we're going to have a club bike now. I believe that everybody should have an opinion on what the fuck they want to ride on. Don't force everybody to buy one thing and make it look a certain way. That's just my opinion.
Agreed. Where's your
Second
individuality?
Yeah, the second enforcer came in, and it was, you know, I don't want this to happen again, and then it happened again. And then after it happened again, it kind of hit hard, because this was a guy that I've known for a while. And then...
met in real life, too, as well.
Yeah,
for real.
the guy I met in real life, known him pretty fucking well. Like, really well. And then Bumder was like, listen, I want to fill the fucking spot. I'm tired of it. I want to fix this shit. I was like, alright, let's see what you can do. So far, we're a couple months in, and it's going great.
Awesome.
Trying. Still trying.
Good
There's
thing.
always some things that we can always do better. Hey, better than that. Better than that.
It's still passing, right?
I'll take a D plus, C minus any day.
Right?
There's always
Speaking-
that means there's always something better to do. There's always
Right.
room for improvement. I don't think I'm perfect. Alright, well, fine.
So speaking of failures, what would you say your biggest failure as an MC has been, and what did you learn from it?
Well, you know, this would once again be trusting the wrong people with officers' positions.
Okay.
That, and maybe not building up as quick as we should have. I've always been a firm believer of it's not strength in numbers, it's a lot more based on skill and strength in mind. So you could have, you know, one thing that I really love to say is, you know, an army of lions led by a sheep will never be as strong as an army of sheep led by a lion. And the best way that you can fix that would be an army of lions led by a lion. Because
From left field.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
You had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, they take
goddamn.
tasty, though.
Well, alright, we're going deep then.
God damn.
Oh shit.
We all were at one point
Alright.
led by fucking sheep.
Whether
I was
forced
brought
or
up-
not.
Everybody's got their opinion based off of their experiences. So, but no, that's good. I'm glad that, you know, everything worked out. Bumder, he's always in my DMs. I respect the hell out of him.
Alright, hold on.
Hold on, what aren't you telling us, Bum?
Man, no, hey, you know what? I actually have to appreciate
so-
Bumder for this, because he actually kept me on track this week. Because he hit me up on Sunday. He's like, "Yo, we still on for Thursday?" I said, "Yeah." And then I kind of like, as the week went by, Wednesday kind of snuck up on me, and then I seen him in my DMs again. I was like, "Oh shit, Bumder! All right, cool, Sinister Serpents." So I do appreciate Bumder for kind of keeping on that. But yeah, no, Bumder's been great with communication.
I mean, I can't fucking put all the praise on me because I'm in the same boat as you, Jay. If it wasn't for the officer chat and Facebook, I wouldn't even have fucking known.
Suddenly, it makes a lot more sense on how we got on here twice. He's in your DMs.
Hi.
Whoa, hey, hold on, I like that. I like that, man.
I'm not.
No.
The stream. You never know. I told you about the stream. I'm going on my podcast again.
Yo, I do not swing that way. If Bumder does, that's in his other DMs, not in mine. It's all business in mine. And that's where I restrict him.
Again.
Now, are we talking restriction in a kinky, sexy time way? Or
Fuck
restriction-
no.
Yikes.
No, you know the Instagram button where it says restrict? No, restrict is just a nice block.
In all seriousness, I fuck with the communication from both parties. It's all good.
Absolutely.
Yep. No, communication is a good thing to have. Alright,
I guess
so...
you could say, I was going to say, building up on the whole mistake and stuff is communication as well. You brought that shit up as well. That kind of just sprung a light bulb on my head. Like, wait a minute, communication is also a little bit of a problem sometimes. Whether it's like even church meetings and stuff, like sometimes we got members, like officers and stuff, like real life, like I say, put the real life before like anything else, but remember to have good communication. And sometimes people forget to add the communication bit to why they're leaving for a while, so they're just kind of AWOL. They're a little bit concerned sometimes. It's always good to have communication.
Right. No, yeah, communication is probably one of the most important things about running an MC. Because if you don't have communication, you don't have your votes. If you don't have your votes, then it's a one-man show.
Yep.
So, speaking of communication, what is something you wish people understood about your MC?
We're not your typical 0%. We aren't. And we aren't here to change anyone's minds. We're just trying to put the idea on the table.
Whatever you thought about old 0% to fucking people running it through the dirt,
throw it up the fucking window. Yeah, throw it up the window.
We've seen it, and we do not fuck with that. Believe me, we have no problem in sorting other 0% communities out, especially when they're running it through the dirt. Like I said, we're not representing the club, we're representing the 0% community as well.
No, that's positivity, man. I mean, we all have our own niches. We all have our own goals, and we all have our own, I guess, path to beat, right? Ours old school. We have, a lot of old school 1%ers in here. That's why we stick to 1%. You guys are blazing a new trail, and I applaud that. Considering you're blazing a new trail through the community, what is your current biggest obstacle as an MC, and how are you overcoming it?
Activity. And I hate to say it, but the community, it's dying. It really is.
People don't understand that the community wasn't what it was. I'm sorry for stepping on your point there, but the community isn't what it was back in the good old days, and people need to start adapting to that shit and understand that, it's not the same as it was. Maybe when GTA 6 comes out, everything will blow up again. But GTA 6 isn't out. GTA 5 is still around. And we got people going on different games and stuff, and that does affect the activity and stuff. But at the same time, it's all about adaptation. If there's another game that's popping off and stuff, sure, we can keep the GTA stuff, but stuff like Red Dead, if the community starts popping up and stuff, there's no obligation for us not to start something else on another game. Like, adapt. But at the same time, with this, like the community and stuff, it might be on a decline, but there are still people looking for the same experience that there was a couple years back when the MC community was popping off. There's still people out there, people without clubs, looking for that experience. And activity is a little bit of a problem right now.
So
now,
go
the
ahead.
way that we have tried to fix this is there's a lot of people in other dying communities, and the way that I see it is with the communities dying, if you can get everybody in one community, you have nowhere else to go. So we have members from PDMCs, we have members from Mafias, and we have old MC guys. So, with that being said, people like to say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach everybody new tricks. You got the old school guys who come in and they look at the community now and they're like, holy shit, it's fucked. And then you say, well, wait, stop. Before you walk out the door, let me show you this. Take this into consideration. You gotta kind of understand, you gotta work with it too. Because you're not gonna have somebody come in and just know exactly what the fuck to do. You gotta teach them. It's working pretty well, if you ask me. And it brings me back to what I said, I don't care about my numbers. I don't care about reputation. Well, I care about reputation, but I don't care about anything. If you're good, then you're good, you know? And you can look at us and you can say, well, you're a pretty decently sized, group. You know, we're mediocrely sized to my eyes. But you can always get bigger and you can always get better. And it'll happen. It will, in fact, happen.
You ain't gotta be the best shooters, you ain't gotta be the best riders neither, but if you got a good vibe about you, then shit, the community's always open to us.
That's what's up. So, when you have brothers who are getting burned out on GTA, what do you do Blitz to keep things fresh?
Well, they're not just on GTA. We have multiple games that we play on. Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft, Arch Survival.
About the same games we all play.
I was about to say, yeah, I was just about to say games.
Really? I can't
For real.
imagine,
My
like,
playlist, yeah.
I'm sorry, but I really can't imagine Jay, like, mining and being like, guys, I found diamonds!
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Bro. Also, extending on that point, like, we even have a couple members wanting to go back to PS3 to boot up some old PS3 games like Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
No. Just get the
new PS3.
No, real talk. Just get the PS Now. It's like $10 a month. But
yes,
but you can play the old school.
yes.
Bro, I was playing Bomberman from PS1, man. Real talk.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah.
The old Red Dead and shit. Like,
Yep.
Red Dead was so good.
The PS, you don't even have to boot up your PS3. You could literally just sign in the PS Now app, and they've got a shit ton of games. I was able to finally play Metal Gear Solid 4. They have a shit ton of the older games. It's really worth a look, especially if you're a retro fan.
You know, if they don't have Soul Reaver, I don't want it.
They don't have it. That was.
They got some good ones. They do.
Yeah.
Hold on though, real quick. Have they got the Simpsons Hit and Run?
No, they don't.
Oh, then that
But
is fuck.
No,
hold up.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Hold up. They
That was
have.
GTA before GTA.
They have the
That
complete.
was- yeah.
They have the
kicking
complete
people's
Silent
ass,
Hill
guys.
series, though.
Oh yeah. I went back and played the full fucking Silent Hill. Actually recently I just reinstalled Borderlands, the collection, so I could go back and play like the first Borderlands and the second Borderlands. Yeah.
Nice.
No, but we keep things interesting because I agree. You know, being a fucking president, it gets burnt out. Playing this one game all the time, you could get burnt out quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
spice
take a
things
break.
up.
Keeps playing with your friends fun.
Plus, everybody asks, you know, they come in here and we look at people differently. You're not going to come in here and just be a prospect. You're a member of the family now, you know? And you're not, like, it's how it works, you know? I'm not going to, like, look at you as just some fucking dirtbag who just walked through the door. I'm going to look at you as some fucking dirtbag that is going to be my friend. It's a brotherhood, it's a bond, it's, you know...
Amen.
You're going to get that connection, and we're going to build that connection.
Nope.
Oh, isn't that fucking gay?
You're still a fucking dirtbag.
No, but that's- But that's. But that's the.
Oh, trust me, he's got a lot of stuff that he said to me before. Some of this stuff is like borderline abusive.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be brotherhood if someone didn't get their a busted lip every now and then. So, fuck.
That's exciting. So, I've never heard.
No, I had a question and then my finger scrolled and I lost it.
Oh shit, that sucks.
So
it gives me time to roll another joint. Hold on.
Right.
Watching it.
Blitz, did you catch the last podcast?
I did. I got
Okay.
internet just in time.
Nice. Is there anything that was said on the last podcast that you'd like to chime in on?
Tricks, you need to get your fucking facts checked.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright. What
It is Outer Haven that our patch was based off.
Now this probably ties into one of your other questions.
Motherfucker, you want me to pull up the screenshots?
Actually, oh, here, okay. You're talking about Outer Haven. You're talking about Metal Gear Solid.
Well, it goes deeper than Metal Gear Solid. Did you know that?
Explain.
Outer Haven was started by the Nazi regime. The SS had a plan after Pearl Harbor was attacked to... There's a bunch of officers that got together and they're like, listen, you ever watch Red Dawn? That's what Outer Haven was. The plan of Outer Haven was they were going to fly over America and just drop a bunch of fucking soldiers. All these SS soldiers. They would have to go through a full, like, SEER training, is what we call it nowadays in the States, to where you'd learn how to survive off the land for like a week. And you'd go through hell before you could qualify for this. So the plan was they were going to fly this plane over, or a fucking couple hundred planes, and a bunch of Nazis were going to follow these planes and take over the United States. Afterwards,
I vaguely remember that.
America got wind of it, and America made their own Outer Haven, used the same name and everything. The idea with Outer Haven, though, is it was going to be a small group. The Rangers who had dropped in on Pearl Harbor, goddammit, D-Day. The first Ranger that dropped out of the plane was a member of Outer Haven. The moment he hit the ground, he killed 7 or 8 people, was not detected, and then got killed. The reason why he got killed is because they realized, oh shit, we're getting attacked. Look at the people in the air. What's this guy doing behind enemy lines? Fucking shooting. Outer Haven was a bust. Metal Gear kind of took in the twisted Outer Haven around, and it became something there. Whenever we got the name Sinister Serpents up, I was like, you know, what's something good that would go with Serpent? Outer Haven. Right there. You know, just fucking stuff.
Yeah, Blitz, check your phone.
My phone's off.
Then you know what? I'll send the fucking screenshot straight to Jay. He can read what your message says.
Yeah, it probably does say that. I'm not gonna lie. Smoking enough weed.
You know, it's funny because we actually found a Night Haven too. So a couple of the members actually looked into it and found out Night Haven it was a Rainbow Six reference. So we were completely convinced that Night Haven was based off your patch. But that's actually a hell of a lot better. My only question. So, and this is... Oh, go ahead.
I sent the screenshot to the ill-reputed Instagram so you can take a look at exactly what he said.
Okay. No, I believe you. I'm not calling nobody a liar.
I feel like as soon as Dal started saying about the Nazi regime, I felt like some people were about to be like, hold on a second. Just took a step back.
Well, and this is actually... why actually what I was going to ask. To clear up any misconception, I'm going to ask you guys straight out. Is your patch, your name, and the Iron Cross have anything racially entangled with it?
No. Okay. So I'm Scandinavian and I'm German. I'm not a lick of English. So I make jokes about it all the time. Whenever we were first looking at concepts for the patch, I was so dead. Like, I was ready to be like, we're getting the SS lightning bolts on there. Like, why not?
No,
like, it's gonna be SSMC. Put the lightning bolts on there. Why not? Instead of SSFF, SS, it was just gonna be SSMC, but with SS lightning bolts. And I was like, no, that's too far.
We all have to step in and be like, lightning bolts? Hold on a second.
So,
like, I said it in a joking manner. With the Iron Cross, no. It's deeper than that. Like, the Iron Cross has not always been, like, Nazi-based. Same with the swastika. It was never, like, originally Nazi-based.
No, it was actually East Indian. It was, it actually...
East Indians, Hindus, and the Buddhists.
Yep, Hitler took it, turned it, and used it for the Nazi regime. Actually, I don't think it was Hitler. I think it was the original leader of it that did that. But I digress. So you guys, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are very historically inclined.
Oh yeah, it's
awesome.
There's a lot of history behind it.
That's awesome.
The original photo of the our original patch, it's straight from Metal Gear with the Outer Haven, which Metal Gear had made their own interpretation on the actual Outer Haven. The original logo that was used for Outer Haven that America stole from the fucking Nazis was a skull. The skull was facing out, and you had a snake wrapping around it. And the idea was that the snake was strangling them to death. There was, like, you could see the skeleton connecting to the skull, and the snake was wrapped around the spine coming out of the eye. And the idea was the Nazis were going to try to strangle America and kill us. They were going to kill us from the inside out. Come hell or high water, that was the plan. Didn't work.
You hear that, snowflakes? They are not racially charged. So if you take away that Sinister Serpents are racist in any form or fashion, you're a snowflake, and you need to stay in your mom's basement.
Well, like I said, you know, I'm Scandinavian Andrew. I take a lot of stuff from my roots. I have a pendant. I'm not proud of it, but the guy did it for his country. He's like the great-grandfather, great-uncle, something like that. He was an anti-air gunner for the SS, for the Nazis. He got over 75 confirmed kills on American pilots. And I have all of his shit to speak for it. I'm not proud of it, but I love the history behind it. I love the history behind my family. With the Nazis, too. A lot of their stuff, they got it from Vikings. They got it from the Scandinavians. You can look at a lot of the logos they used for the Panzer Division, and a lot of it were Viking runes. The Iron Cross, it's never always been used by Vikings. And nowadays, you see bikers worldwide using it. You see the military. The United States military will issue you the Iron Cross for marksmanship. So. Yeah. It's still an Iron Cross, though. It's still there.
No, symbols.
Yeah, you. That's very sad.
No, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that history repeats itself, and the minute we start denying people the actual true history of things that go down, history is doomed to repeat itself.
I don't really fuck with the people trying to like censor all the whole Nazi stuff. Like, we get it, like they did unspeakable things. But it's always good to learn about history, whether it's good or bad. You need to learn about both sides.
Agreed, I agree. And, you know, the reason why the Nazi Party came into power was because of the economic strife and political strife that the country was in at the time after the Versailles Treaty of World War I, where they basically robbed Germany of its money to repair everything that happened after World War I.
That was Germany's payback.
That sounds
demilitarized Germany. They fucking split Germany in two.
They took all of the guns away from their citizens, and they put them on carts, saying that you have to go live here because you don't make enough money. It sounds a lot like what's going on today, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
But anyway,
Just look for that little bit of hope. Unfortunately, it was not a good one.
but anyway, all right. Let's try not to get too many political statements in. I don't want Antifa.
Don't need
We're fucking getting high.
Yeah,
monetized on
right.
YouTube.
I don't need Biden supporters in the stream trying to yell at me and shit.
Next question.
Right, for real. So, why do you think new pop-up clubs fail? Like, what could you suggest that they do to help them along?
Don't listen to the fucking bullshit. Please don't.
Yeah, don't listen to a lot of the other clubs' toxicity.
I have seen a lot of people come in with, like, dirt. You know, they were handed a jar of dirt and they turned it into fucking gold. Just because you reset your crew and shit, that doesn't mean anything, you know? You can check right now, and I'll do this just to fact check. You know, you go to our crew, and you go to the main crew. It says that we were made May 19th, 2020. This is not the original crew. We have reset our crew due to spies. We've reset our crew due to tons of shit. It was not the original, like, this is not the original thing. We have reset it. We have uploaded new patches, you know. We've been around for a little bit.
Well, not to mention GTAS.com yeah, I'm gonna call you out by name because you guys are retards. You make people start a new crew every time you want to re-upload a patch or an emblem or anything like that. I mean, that's completely...
GTA emblem.
GTA emblem was nice, but they had their problems too.
Yeah, but not as many as S.
I do give thanks to GTS.com for what they do, but they could make it a little more user-friendly.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like what he was saying with the whole resetting crews, I still have my old crews from old club.
Yeah.
Just because when we made new patches, keep that shit proof.
Yep, the reason they call fucking pop-up crews is because it's in the name. They keep popping up. Like, honestly, when you start a crew up, especially if you restarted or something, don't expect almighty and glory all the way to an OG patch. Like, honestly, that road is going to get bumpy, steep, and fucking muddy sometimes. You're going to be slipping. But you just got to keep at it. Like, keep at one club and dedicate yourself.
Now, is it just me, or do you remember the instant influx in blank tribe? Just tribe.
Yeah, blank tribe. Blank tribe.
We don't even want to talk about the Sons of Anarchy.
Hey, hold on.
That's where I was ready to mention that. Another
Which
thing.
blank tribe? Because there's 18 of them.
If you're fucking watching this, if you're listening to this, if you're here right now and thinking about leaving the crew that you're a part of, do not, absolutely do fucking not take something that's already there. If it's a real life club, leave it alone. If it's something in a fucking movie, leave it alone. Come up with something original. Please, for the love of fuck. If I see if I see another fucking Sons of Anarchy in a lobby, I don't care how big you are, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay? Like, this shit's annoying. It really is annoying. I am tired of seeing so much fucking Sons of Anarchy things. So many people dressing up like Jax Teller. So many people making Mayans and pagans and fucking Hell's Angels. Like, yeah, it's cool, but they're
Half
real.
the Hispanic clubs on GTA watched the Mayans once, and they wanted to do it in the game.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's fucked.
I ain't gotta call nobody out. But that point stands.
No, I agree. Originality. I mean, I think I said it on the last episode. You know, there's no point in creating a brotherhood that's just... Good night, Behemoth. That's just going to rip off from another MC or another concept. You know, if you really want to do it right. You know, part of it is sitting down with the brothers that you're starting this new entity up with and finding a name, finding colors, finding a patch, seeing if you could one day own the patch or get the rights to the patch. You know, there's a lot of, if you do it right, I should say, there's a lot of research and there's a lot of time that goes into it. But people tend to, oh, I'm gonna buy this patch off this person, and they rip the patch off of Google.
A lot of the times if you buy a patch off somebody and it's pre-made, it's stolen.
Right.
Which is why, shout out to our patch maker. Even though a lot of people
just make your own.
Yeah, or just make your own.
Limited that issue.
Make your own. Yeah.
Group input into what you make it.
Yeah, a lot of people, and I'm not trying to start drama, but a lot of people have been hating at Vinewood Buddies right now. Vinewood Buddies, one of their members is our patch maker. And I think he's pretty fucking good. Riddler is a damn fine patch maker. He makes sure that you get something original. At one point, one of his rules, and I'd say it probably still stands, is you cannot get something that is real. He will not make you something that is real and like turn it into something. He requires you to do research and make sure that it's not already used. That way, you know, it doesn't catch you up or him up in issues. And it's good to do that. It really is.
Well, yeah.
It keeps originality and everything. Another advice for new pop-up clubs, besides listen to the bullshit, make something original, is keep your mind straight and give yourself a goal. If you go in just fucking balls deep with no idea what the fuck you're doing, you're gonna fail.
You're gonna get fucked up.
Fail. Yeah. You can't just come in and be like, yeah, I'm the new top dog. I'm gonna get fucked with this crew that has 48 members and they're all active. They could fill the lobby in seconds, but I'm gonna smack them. Like, no. Don't do that.
That's how you delete the game within minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you're Joker.
That's like the dumbass kid kicking a hornet's nest.
Unless you're Joker in a jet. Yeah, clarify that one.
Nah, just Joker in any weaponized vehicle.
So,
Joker with a weapon.
do any of you guys ride in real life? Or have you?
Not legally.
Alright, legality of whether or not you have a license has no effect on whether you can ride or have ride.
Well, I don't know. I see Hillbilly still in here, and I know that we're from the same state, so let's just say bikers in West Virginia and police, it's really touchy. It's really weird. Because if you have a taillight out on your car, you're going to get pulled over. If it's daytime and you're on a motorcycle, they ain't really going to care too much. You got a helmet on, you're doing smart shit, you're doing what you're supposed to do, they ain't going to care. So understanding like legality or not, yes, 1983 Honda RS 750. I bought it for $800, cleaned the carburetor, and put blinkers on it. That's all I had to do. The guy who sold it to me didn't have any idea what the fuck he was doing. He was like, I can't do it, I ain't got the time to do it, and I was like, alright.
That was just like, say no more.
Yeah. Yeah. It is like a fucking weird OD green. But it's nice. I learned to ride. The first motorcycle I ever rode was a 2001 Harley Davidson Road King.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Screaming Eagle.
I will own one day. Yeah.
Nice. Any of you, I mean, Thunder, Sticks?
Well, I wouldn't say on Dal's side, because in the UK, you know, you don't really have roads that are, I'm just saying from experience, because I live in London, we don't really have those roads that just, you know what, go straight, and you can just have fun on those roads. Because honestly, when I'm living in London,
back to
2 minutes.
But I live in West Virginia. If you have the wrong fucking kit on your motorcycle, you're going to be picking gravel out of your ass.
I fuck with that. But,
Hillbilly's hand instantly went up.
There's not really a lot of communities where I live where there's like bikers and stuff and people that just like chill and stuff. There might be, but see, in my interest in bikes, it all came from my ex, because she used to ride something that she called a baby Harley. And I'm not a nerd for bikes. I don't know fuck about bikes.
I must have been a metric.
But you know what? I fucked with the bike and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do my CBT, my motorbike license. I did it, passed first time, but when I looked at the gear and when I looked at the fucking bike and the insurance itself, it was gonna cost me a fortune. And I didn't have any support from my parents or my dad, because he was just like, nah. He rode a bike and he seen someone die on a bike, and it was a close friend of his, and he did not want the same for me. And you know what? Fair enough, and I get that. I was close, but at the same time I wasn't focused on my driving license and got it. So, but you know what? It's not that I don't fuck with the bikes, because it's personal. Because I don't mind anyone from different communities sharing about stuff, like biking communities and stuff, sharing about bicycles. I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to learn. It's not my cup of tea, but at the same time, I'm happy to learn.
Respect. I mean, sometimes the love for motorcycles doesn't come until later in life. I mean, I know plenty of older dudes who ride here over in California. You kind of got a mixed crowd. It really just depends on where you go. And riding season. Some states, some areas, you can only ride during certain seasons, and the rest of the season's all snowed out. What was your best memory of joining the MC community, and why is it your best memory?
Shut up, shut up. No, we fucking talk. No. You don't understand. So we talked about this before. We're going through questions, and I told them,
it's fucking poker.
It's poker.
See, it's so funny playing poker and losing all your money. It's just fun. That or the randomness of Joker. We will be sitting in a party, And you could be sitting in there talking about some serious shit. Like, oh, I was 17 and I watched my mom hang herself right in front of me, and then Joker butts in with like, and then I fucked her while she was dangling from the rope. Like, it's random as shit. You never expect it, and it's just kind of funny. You sit there, you chuckle at it, and it's like, what the fuck?
That's creative.
That's personally from us in our MC. Basically, in the community alone, my memory was we hosted that bike event. Shut up. We hosted that bike event. The raise awareness for sexual assault and stuff, which was kind of personal to me, because I post that on my Instagram about rape culture and stuff. And it wasn't just to cause like drama and stuff, but it was more towards like more learning and understanding about it, like teaching kind of in a way, especially for the young people that are on my Instagram and stuff that follow me and stuff. I just wanted to show them about rape culture and stuff. And then we actually did that bike event, and the whole time, honestly, and it doesn't even matter about the numbers or who's there and all the clout and shit, but the fact that people came down and could understand everything and talk about it, and at the same time have a great time. It just kind of put a smile on my face for the whole time. And that's kind of what the MC community should be about, like people coming together regardless of like the stuff as well. Like it's all good to learn and stuff, but at the same time, it's all good to learn with other people.
For sure.
I have two favorite memories with the people in this group. First one's fucking poker. Second one was it was just me and Joker hanging out one day, and out of the blue he has an urge to start prank calling people. So I gave him my dad's number.
Oh no.
Oh man.
How did he get your dad's number?
I gave it to him.
Why?
Because he wanted to prank call people, and I thought it was funny as hell. We were all losing our shit.
Oh, you knew about it?
Yes, I knew about
it.
Good night, mustache.
Carry on.
But
this is the first time hearing about it.
He straight up calls my dad first time. He's just, thank you for calling Sluts or Us. We have multiple deals on dildos and anal beads today. My dad hangs up the first time.
Yikes.
He ends up calling the second time. He just goes, sorry, we got disconnected. Would you like to hear about our deals about anal lube as well? Dad disconnects the call again. Joker calls for a third and final time. He's like, sorry for getting the call disconnected again. But we also give out a free pair of anal beads with every purchase of anal lube. And you can always have a good laugh with your significant other saying, and the winning Powerball numbers are...
Fuck. I think my dad loses shit.
So, my dad hangs up again. Not even 30 seconds later, my dad calls me and he's just like, did you give my number out to anyone?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's one of our favorite.
Right. A good old prank call, man. It's old school, and sometimes those are the funniest.
Not as funny as poker.
Can we move on? Dallas, talk to us about one of your favorite times in the MC community.
Now let's talk about poker.
No, let's not.
Hey, I gotta say though, you guys are ever, Ill-Reputed's ever on Red Dead though. Y'all are ever, getting bored. Feel free to hit us up for a game of poker. Yeah. Feel free to hit us up for a game of poker.
I'm down. I'm down. So how do Sinister Serpents want to be remembered in the community?
Not as your typical 0%. We want to be somebody that's a fair balance between don't fuck with them and fuck with them, And fuck with them in a good way, don't fuck with them in a bad way. And
it's like a fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Because we want to change how people look at 0%. We really do. We had started the Confederation of Clubs. We had spoken to some people about joining. And, it's... With the Confederation of Clubs, we're trying to build something such as, like, hey, we're 0%, you're 0%, they're 0%. We've converted a few 1%ers to 0% because they've understood, like, hey, this is a fair way to do things. And that's how we want to be remembered, as the people that just kind of blazed their way through everybody else's negativity and drama and started something new, quote unquote, and made it something even better.
The type of guys that you join the party just to talk to, and then you're there for hours, because, you know, that's sometimes what happens. You just get caught up in stuff that isn't even GTA related. You like to get personal stuff and like you can talk away. Like the guys that, you know, you join a party and chill with, but if you cross them the wrong way, you don't want to do that. Because we can switch. Easy.
Right. No, I mean, sometimes that's the best therapy, is just being able to get on, hang out with your friends, and, you know, just game and kind of decompress. So, when did you guys first become interested in motorcycles?
When did I leave my dad's nutsack again? I was born into a pretty neat family. I've always like supported my idea of like, hey, I want to be a biker. My family used to run a motorcycle club, Black Dragons, and it was set up in like the 80s, and it only shut down in like 2010. I was raised around, you know, being a grease monkey. I was at biker bars before I was 5, you know. It was a wild fucking time, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, like, it was a fucking wild time. I loved it. The first bike that I had learned to ride on, Harley Davidson Road King. It's just something that I was born into, I was brought into. I've worked on bikes, I've worked on cars, I'm a fucking grease monkey. I love it, and it's amazing. It really is. It's just fucking amazing.
Nice. So, what would your favorite motorcycle in game be?
The Sovereign.
Sovereign?
Probably. Yeah. Again, first bike I ever learned how to ride was a Road King. Why would I not like the Road King?
Right, for real. I just wish you could take the pizza box and a couple other things off.
Oh yeah. Rockstar, fix your shit!
Right, for real. If we can do it on my
shout out to Rockstar on the stream. You better be watching this. Fucking put the Road King back so we can have officer bikes.
Hey, Rockstar, if you're watching this, hey, let me get my account back real quick. Please and thanks.
You know,
I miss my Sovereign.
Level 23 whacker, fuck you doing?
Leave me alone.
With the Road King, there's so much that they need to do. We need Bikers Part 2. I can preach it all fucking day long. Give us the Road King. You know, give us the Sovereign. Make it to where we can take the fucking livery off. Make it a color of our own. Take the fucking pizza box off. Give us more options for handlebars. I want 8 fingers on a fucking Hexer. Alright? Like,
I still believe Rockstar's still salty about getting sued and cease and desist from real MCs, telling people to stop on that shit.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
I want longer forks on Hexers.
We should. I mean, there's so much.
I drive a default innovation.
I mean, I believe that wholeheartedly. But everybody, because you know, back in 15, 16, everybody was in a real life MC. I mean, that's just the times, you know, is when Sons of Anarchy was big, and you know what I'm saying, all of the big five in real life were being mimicked online, and you know, real clubs caught wind of that, lawsuits started, cease and desist started. I know of 3 or 4 just off the top of my head that actually, you know, reached out to Rockstar and said, we'll sue the shit out of you if you don't take it down. So,
Mongols?
No. I think that's the only one I haven't heard of. You know, but that's just because you're not one of them, you know what I'm saying? But
it's a copyright.
yeah.
Right.
Well, and Mongols for a long time weren't copyrighted, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so do Sinister Serpents have any events or rides coming up that they would like to kind of promote?
Well, we got a Halloween ride planned, which I don't know about you, but I fucking love spooky season.
Hell yeah.
I work as a haunted house actor, and let me just tell you, you know, I'm sure Hillbilly, again, more reference him. Here in West Virginia, we have the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. It was started during the Civil War, and now they still do tours and haunted houses over there. If you're ever looking for a decent fucking pay rate, $550 a month, they'll pay your hospital bill if you get hurt, and it's not taxed. It's pretty nice to scare the shit out of people.
Sweet.
But love fucking Halloween, love the ideas. I'm hoping that Rockstar, again, fucking do some shit. I want some new shit. I don't want to see the Frankenstein and fucking, what the hell is
Sanctus.
Goddamn Avarius Sanctus, yeah. I want to see that shit. I want something new.
In that one stupid hearse.
Yeah, I want something new. I want something that's gonna make me just wake up, get on the game, look at it, and then pass out because of excitement. Like, I want something good. The plans for that, you know, might have like a little costume contest, might do some cool little things like that, some Halloween style bikes, you know, cool shit. Another event that we have planned and upcoming would be 300 followers on our Instagram. Once that happens, we're planning on doing a little event, community appreciation thing, maybe doing a giveaway, whatever.
Nice.
And then we got this we got news of this really cool crew, Ill Reputed. I guess they're doing the event tomorrow. Maybe attending that one.
Yeah, they seem pretty cool and all. I haven't really hung out with them, but yeah, they seem like they know what they're doing.
I mean, I've never heard of them, to be fair, but you know.
A lot of people haven't.
It's probably fun, you know.
Yeah, we're doing an event tomorrow, and then let's see, September next month, we're actually bringing back our annual breast cancer awareness ride, Save the Titties.
Oh yeah, save the titties.
Save the titties.
Save the titties.
If I don't see at least 3 strippers, I'm going to be very disappointed.
It's actually,
Don't worry,
I think that was one of the
I'll make sure that
stops
I'm
last
stripping
time.
up there for you.
He didn't specify her.
You're gonna have to pay money. You're gonna have to pay money to keep my fucking clothes on. All right.
Hey, males do get breast cancer too. So if you got a little bit of a little lump there, Dallas, let us know, all right?
I think one of my nipples are lower than the others. I should.
Fuck.
What the hell is going on outside this little casino penthouse? The NPCs are running around like it's no one's business.
Probably
So-
a rocket bike.
I think I'm gonna end the show with our last question, and it's more just to kind of see, you know, different abstracts of your MC. What is the funniest story your MC has experienced, other than poker?
Damn. Yeah, other than
I think
poker.
it's gonna depend from member to member, because for me it's the one with Joker prank calling my dad.
Okay.
I'm still poker.
Funniest MC. You know what? Shit, I don't even know. Every day's a different day. Like I
Just say
love
poker,
some-
Bob.
No,
Just say
I'm
poker.
not gonna say.
I got
you
one.
know-
I got one. The fucking clowns.
Oh
The
my
clowns. We
god.
have a whole section on our Instagram dedicated to the clowns that come at us and do stupid shit. The biggest one that I've seen so far is Notorious Kings. They came at us and they asked for a 15v15. You can look on Rockstar. The only fucking crew of theirs, their only charter that has 15 members, is their prospect crew. So unless you're going to pull up with 15 fucking prospects, I don't want, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
It's like letting a 5th grade class fight each other.
Well, whenever I'd mentioned that, they had brought up the fact, well, we're not very serious, we're just an RP crew. And it made me fucking chuckle. If you're just an RP crew, why are you wanting to run 15s? What are you doing?
Oh man.
And then,
Not to
bringing up
mention,
that point, they had mentioned, well, we can handle our own, we're a PMC. And I fucking stopped. Like, I laid back and I was like, it's retarded.
There's
It's
something
fucking
different every different sentence they say. There's something new.
Yeah, yeah. And they do. They have a PMC, and there's members of their PMC that are in the MC, and it makes no fucking sense, and it makes me fucking chuckle.
You're one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
even if you are just an RP crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, every day is a different day. Every day is a function day.
Right. Alright, well, shit. I think that's about it that on our side. Would you like to ask us any questions?
I don't think I got any. No.
I'm all set. I'm all good.
Alright, cool. Well,
I got
shit.
one. So,
Oh, yeah?
you say Ill-Reputed kind of doesn't like the whole idea of 0%. You want to tell us a little bit on why that is? Because I know 0% has the bad rep for what it is, but for crews like us that are trying to fix things, would you be willing to try to shine it in a new light?
Okay. I'm willing to do that on the account that you don't take anything that I say disrespectfully, personally.
Oh, no. I'm completely curious.
Okay. So, honestly, I feel that 0% is a cop-out. I respect what you guys are trying to do to it. I respect that, your ideology and what you're trying to do. However, mathematically, what is 0%?
Nothing. We are nothing in this community.
Right,
and
so...
Like, we are... See, my thing, and Xbox started this. It was, in reality, and I'm sure somebody here, at least one of you all know this, your patch on your back never has a percent. In reality, you wear it on your chest.
Right.
Or you wear it on your, like, front rib, somewhere around there.
Unless you're a bandito.
Yeah. Anyways, so why should we change that up? Because we're trying to make things as close to realistic as possible for guns and everything. And that's another reason why I feel like 99%ers in games should be 1%ers and 1%ers should be the 99ers. In reality, 1%ers are the outlaws. 1%ers are the badasses. They do what they want. They don't give a fuck kind of thing.
Right.
And on game, the 1%ers are the guys who follow the rules. And in reality, 99ers are the ones that follows the rules, and in game, 99ers are the ones that break the rules.
Right.
Being 0% in the community, the way that I like to look at it is we are nothing like you've seen before. We are new. We are nothing. But whenever people are like, well, if you're 0% of something, you're nothing. Yeah, we are nothing that you've seen before. Exactly. Because it's a fair playing ground. If you're playing 1%, if you're a 1% motorcycle club, get a 0% ally. That's more advice I got. Because if you're fighting 99ers, you ain't allowed to use a rocket. But if you call in your allies that are 0%, we can use a rocket.
Right. No, and I understand what you're saying. And that's clever. That's clever about the, nothing that you've never seen before. However, for me personally, 0% mathematically is nothing. That means you're wearing colors on your back, but not claiming to be in the MC community. So, and not talking to you guys personally, but 99.9% of the other 0%ers out there use it as a cop-out to rock it and do whatever the hell they want. Now, you are right. The 1%ers on game are the ones that follow the rules and stick by tradition and whatnot. However, if you think about it, GTA, 99% of GTA players are going to, and I'm talking about as a whole, not just in the community, are going to get their rocks off by rocketing you, hitting you with a DeLorean, an oppressor, whatever, all the shit 99%ers do, right? Because they're civilians. They don't know our traditions. They don't know the respect. They don't know the community like we do. So, in my opinion, the 1%ers on game are the ones that stick by tradition, the one that sticks by the AR rule, the ones that stick by the foundation of this community, because we're the 1% of the population on GTA that are going to follow the rules, that are going to stick tradition, going to stick with the AR. Now, Ill-Reputed, we don't wear the diamond, on the back, and for the exact reason that Blitz said, because the diamond doesn't go on the back, it goes on the chest. Whether it's the right side or the left side is up to your MC and your table. However, it goes on the front, it doesn't go on the back. But I understand the methodology of why people throw the 1% on a patch to show that they are 1%. For us, we're retaliatory 1%. We will keep ARs up until we are escalated on, and rules of engagement are, for Reputed, are in the bylaws stated. Once you are escalated on, you are supposed to screenshot that, and you are open to using that weapon that was used against you on them. However, if it's like shotguns or snipers or pistols, there's no reason to step to that. That's really only in the case of RPGs and DeLoreans and oppressors and RC tanks and all this other bullshit GTA's unloaded in these servers. You know, so that's our philosophy on it, and that was, from what I understand from the older MCs and me and some of the other dudes being around for years, that was the interpretation that Reputed took. And that was to account for all of these fucking people that don't know what they're doing, all these pop-up clubs that are nothing but toxic rejects. You know what I'm saying? That is our premise on it.
Well, you see, one thing that I can just come in and say, if you ever see somebody in a lobby that doesn't have a percent at all, don't assume that they're 99% either.
Agreed.
I see that a lot.
Agreed.
We've had people look at our patch and be like, so you're 99ers now? No, we're not. We're not. If you've been here long enough to see our original patch, we actually, just starting, you're not supposed to have 99 on a diamond.
Nope.
You're not supposed to have anything but a 1 on the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of did a big smack in the face, and we put a 0 on the diamond to push, like, hey, we're 0%ers, and we're going to do things as fair as possible. The original patch was 0% on a square. I didn't like it. I was like, I want 0% on the diamond. We got it. We wore that for a while, and I was like, you know what? Get rid of it. Why? Well, you're not supposed to have it on your back. You're really not. And you're supposed to wear it on your chest, wear it with pride. You know, you approach somebody, they see it on your chest, they're like, alright, you know, they get the memo quicker. That kind of thing.
Right. One for us, when we edit our pictures on the flash pictures, we actually put the diamond one on to show that it goes on the front, and that we are 1%. But yeah, no, I agree. You shouldn't assume any MC is 99% based off of not having a diamond. You know, that's usually a good indication that they actually know what they're doing.
Yep, exactly.
But alright, well,
you know what they say about assuming, it only makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're goddamn right. Alright, well, I think that just about does it for this episode of the Smoke Box. Again, Sinister Serpents, I do want to thank you for coming. You're the first MC that we've had a part 2 with. You guys are always welcome back. But for the folks at home, if you go ahead and drop a like, follow, and a subscribe, I would do appreciate it. Till next week, we will see you guys on the flip side.